Jesus was alive. And he made many post-resurrection appearances. They saw him and again, not merely once, but many times during this period. In fact, Acts 1:3 says, he presented himself alive after his suffering by many infallible proofs, being seen by them during 40 days. And by the way, this phrase used there in Acts, seen by them, translates, he was eyeballed. And the idea is just stared at. Have you ever been eyeballed? You girls know about this, right? Guys looking at you, and they don't think you know they're looking at you. But sometimes people will just stare. I've had people do that to me, just stare at me. I had someone come up to me. I was in a little kid's clothing store looking for some little outfit for our granddaughters, and she's staring at me, and she said, "Are you Greg Laurie?" And I said, "No, people ask me that all the time." I said, "I'm his stunt double." She had some random thing I came up with in a moment. She went, "Oh." And then we went on talking about whatever it was, and I said, "Well, wait, did you believe what I just told you?" She goes, "Yeah, I believed it." I said, "No, I actually am Greg Laurie. What were you thinking when I said I was a stunt double?" She says, I just believed it. Because what I told her was, I'm a stunt double. Whenever Greg falls, I do the falling. So he doesn't have to. She accepted it. Okay. That's not a good thing to do. That was very bad. Bad preacher. But Jesus showed up again and again, and people would stare at him. They knew he was alive. There was no denying this fact. Now, some have suggested that the resurrection of Christ was a hoax concocted by the disciples. But if that were true, why would every one of them go to an early grave saying they could not deny the fact that Jesus had risen? You know, when people are on their deathbed, that's when they want to clear their conscience. That's when they want to get things sorted out. But every one of these men, for the most part, were martyred except for John, because they could not deny the fact that Christ, who was dead, was alive again. He was risen.